Are there advantages to aging? Yes. I am Debbie Jo Horton, and welcome to Advantages to Aging. Join my guests and I as we discuss aging and what makes for a healthy lifestyle, which results in a quality life. Thank you for joining me today. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Today I have with me my girlfriend, Linda Lindsay, and oh my goodness, I feel like I've known her for such a long time. I feel like she's the big sister I never had. And I was blessed to get to know her because we're both in the same business with Neora. She has so much wisdom, so much heart to share. And so I wanted to introduce you to her. Say hello to our audience, Linda.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Debbie Jo. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
I am so happy to have you as well. And sometimes our topics are light and fun, and sometimes they're super specific. This one might be a little bit hard, but I think that it's definitely something that we all want to like, have some help getting through because life is about changes, isn't it? So, oftentimes people grow apart, and sometimes we stay with those that we've outgrown, even when it's unhealthy to do so. And I know that you've had several experiences that represent these, and I wondered if you would share with our audience what gave you the courage to move onwards and towards a new life.
That's a $1 million question right there. Debbie Jo, I can remember as early as high school realizing that my high school friends, group of circle of friends, I was outgrowing them. And I had to make some difficult changes. Their activities and things that they were doing or not doing, rather, I found quite boring. And I realized, wow, you guys are going to be doing that for the next 30 years. I don't think I want to do that. And so sometimes it just gives you, you have that innate sense, you have that discernment, if you will. And when that happens, and you get that little stirring in your gut that's telling you you need to make a change, you need to do something, you do it. Is it easy? No. Do you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm letting my friends down? Not really. You have to realize that everyone has choices in life, and you have yours as well. And not all of them are easy. They're just not. And so I made the choice in high school and as a sophomore in high school to go get a job instead of hang out and gossip and do silly things. And my career took off from that one decision, and that one decision led me in a million different directions. And I mean, that one decision changed my whole life in the trajectory of my life. It really did. And now I've been out of high school for decades and decades. And now they will say to me, some of those same ladies, wow, you made the better decisions way back when. It's shocking, but a simple little thing can change so much.
That's
Um,
true.
Yeah, and I also noticed that I had some of those things going on in my marriage as well. We'll talk about that later. But I've had it with friends. I've had it with even a couple of family members. I've had it with even business associates. And just because you're a friend of someone today doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be lifelong friends with them lifelong. Sometimes it's like the old saying, sometimes people come in your life for 5 minutes, sometimes it's 5 weeks, sometimes it's 5 years, sometimes it's forever. But I believe there's a purpose and intentionality in each one of those situations, and you have to just embrace it. Not everyone's meant to be in your life that you meet forever. I mean, we meet thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people in our lifetime. You don't have the bandwidth for that. You really don't. And you do grow in different directions. So I'd like to encourage your audience when you're faced with that, not to embrace guilt, because sometimes you feel guilty you're walking away. And that is not guilt. You're making a decision what's best for you. And if you don't make it, they won't. It's okay to love some people at a distance. You can't sit in the backyard and have margaritas with everybody you know. In other words, sometimes you got to give them wings and say, okay, I love you to pieces, and you go your way and I go my way, and we'll touch base in the next couple of months. It's okay. It's okay to have that intuition and to follow your gut, follow your heart.
Yeah, yeah, that is so true. So, so very true. And sometimes I like that saying that it's like, there are some people that you're spending 5 minutes with that you really should be spending 5 hours with, and then other people that you're spending 5 hours with that you shouldn't even be spending 5 minutes with. So I know that your faith in God is really strong, and you've leaned on Him to make many different changes. Who else have helped you and perhaps continues to help you grow through your difficult times?
Without my faith, my fears would have owned me and the rest of my life. So, they say, you've heard the old saying, courage is in spite of fear, not in absence of. And it's true. We all have fears that we face. It's what you do with it, whether you let it embrace you or you embrace it and move forward in courage. So I've had to deal with that in a lot of situations. And yes, my faith is the first place I go, is asking God for direction, especially when it's not clear what you're supposed to do. Um, and I found that my friends of the same faith, friends of the same, like they say, that my tribe gets my vibe kind of thing. And we do, birds of a feather flock together. We find people of like mindedness. We do, women that I met years and years ago in various ministries that have been on same path, similar paths. And we draw upon each other's experiences, each other's good and bad, to uphold, uplift, and encourage the other one. We're not, any of us are here to give us answers. Nobody knows the answer for each individual person, but we're here to encourage, pray with them. So there's a inner circle of some of those people in my life for sure.
Well, awesome. So I'm so hopeful that these words that you've shared can really help somebody that might be facing some of those hard decisions. And I want to thank you for sharing those with us because I know it's not always easy to do so. And I want to remind you, audience, that don't forget that this interview will become a podcast if you prefer to multitask. So check out the podcast, which conveniently has the same name as this Facebook group, Advantages to Aging. Thanks again.
Do you think one of the biggest advantages to aging is all the knowledge we gain along the way? Me too. What did you learn today? Share with me in my Facebook group with the same name as this podcast, Advantages to Aging. Now hit subscribe so you don't miss all the tips to come in future episodes.